hey there,
Hello.
everybody.
Hello.
We're here and we're ready to play some D&D. I hope you've all had a good week. Today's prompt for our players is you've been knocked on your ass and you've dropped all of your items, everything in your inventory, apart from clothes. What three things do you pick up and why? This prompt given to us today by Jenny, because I was struggling to prep. I asked her to think of a prompt and she did. Thank you very much.
Good job, Jenny, whoever you are.
Oh,
So we're going to play some D&D today. First off, we'll do a teeny little recap of what happened last session. Last session, you guys bumped into a blessing of unicorns as they were frolicking in a meadow just outside of the Ursine Court. And it's going to be a very short recap because essentially what happened was it looked like they were in danger. Oh no! Some horrible shadow was following them in the sky and the clouds that were hanging low. And fortunately, we had a very perceptive team point that out before Nearly darts into the long grass to try and get some kind of attention, successfully getting the eye of the leader of the unicorn blessing and successfully managing to alert them to the presence of this giant eagle with horns, antlers that was kind of dive bombing out of the cloud line to scoop up at one delicious unicorn. And then you saved them, and they got away. They teleported out of wherever they were into somewhere completely different, and they were a-okay. They dissolved into magic mist before your eyes. Fortunately, you made your way into the Ursine Court, where you were not accosted by a giant eagle, but you were swiftly taken away by some bear people guards who were not convinced by you, mostly because they couldn't speak the same language as you, despite the language that they speak seeming to have some kind of roots in giant and bear simultaneously. Unfortunately, Oro's attempts at speaking their language went afoul, and the bear guard that you were being interrogated by left abruptly. Shortly, you were joined by someone who, as these bear people are very clearly shapeshifters in some form, was mostly human in form, sat down and introduced himself as Humphrey, your lawyer. He was your bear lawyer, and it was because you had accidentally insulted this other bear's lineage, Bearfree.
Whoops.
After chatting to you and realizing that you are adventurers, Humphrey seemed a lot more positive about the situation, thinking essentially, as adventurers, you have become useful, and that might mean that we can get you off of this charge quite easily just by talking to the Bear King himself, King Dorian, and being able to arrange some kind of, repayment in some form, an act of service. So you have been kind of brought into service here as adventurers in the Feywild for one of the Archfey. It's King Dorian, a very powerful figure who has demanded that you go and acquire the tributes, the tithes, that the vassals of the other courts should be paying to the Ursine Court. After chatting to Humphrey a little bit, you realize that this actually is something that does happen, and it's not an infrequent circumstance that tithes are presented to the Ursine Court as a way of showing respect for their authority. However, these particular individuals that you've been asked to retrieve a tithe from have held off on giving their tithe, they said, for an indiscriminate amount of time. So you have to go off and talk to the Court of the Maelstrom, the Treant Crook in Groaning Tree, and the Clout. You know very little about these places, apart from that they should be accessible in within a few days' travel from each other. and that you can access the clout via the portal that you entered once you arrived in the Feywild. That's 1 day south. 2 days east is the Maelstrom, and 1 day east is the Treant Crook in Groaning Tree. That's what we've got. That's what we've got for our session last time. You guys were debriefed and sent upon your way. Today we will start with you guys telling us where you're going to go, making a decision about which of these places you're going to visit first. Before we do that, let's do our prompts. So since our prompt has been given to us by Jenny gets to go last. But Katie looks like she might be busy talking to someone. You okay? You good to go?
Oh yeah, I was just eating a chicken nugget.
Oh.
It's easily confused.
Easily confused. You're looking off just slightly off camera and nodding occasionally. I wasn't sure if you were nodding.
Oh, that was just me.
That
like
happened last time, or if that was okay.
Tasty nugget. Tasty nugget.
It's a happy chicken nugget dance.
So we're gonna start with Nerly, if that's possible, please. You've lost everything. Everything's been knocked onto the floor, but you're in a rush. You can only pick up 3 things. What do you pick up?
My wand, my holy symbol, which is like a pretty little bracelet with like a moon charm thing on it. And what was the other thing that I decided to take? You said the clothes, like my cloak and everything are fine, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then my special incense.
Special incense. Okay, all right. Would you want to describe to us why, in a life and death situation, those are the 3 things that you pick up?
Those are well, the wand is important to her for survival and like being able to cast spells. The holy symbol is connected to Selene, and so is the incense, and it was like specially made like on the mountainside on a full moon, like fully made and prepared that day with like special ingredients that you can only find in that area. So it would be a shame for her like typical life to not have the things that are most important that she can't like replace when she's trying to like
the
have
most
quiet time
unique
with
thing.
Selene. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a artisanal incense that was only made precisely and customarily for you and your practice. And okay, cool. Okay, Haiku.
Hello.
Of all people, unfortunately, all of your items in your inventory and everything on your shelf has dropped to the floor.
Yeah,
I realize that this is a long list of items. What
that's
3
a pretty
things
hard
do you
hit.
use? Yeah. Yeah.
It's more of a shake than a hit. So I rolled dice to determine which Haiku picks up. The justification for this is Haiku more or less sees all the items as being of equal value since they've been collected. So it would be a case of what's closest.
Right.
So the 3 things the dice told me were the Tome of Clear Thought, the headache grumpy book.
Headache book, yeah.
Good times,
Yep.
good times.
Yeah, good times. Chimes of West Calling, which I believe were Adam's suggestion when I was coming up with items. The chimes which only make a sound from a westerly wind.
Oh,
Nice.
Actually, that's a good suggestion for a magical item that doesn't do anything useful.
Oh yeah, it's useless.
Apart from one very
and
specific situation.
Yeah. It's got to be exactly west as well.
Okay.
A little bit either side. And everyone's favourite, the movable rod.
Just a rod, then.
It can't physically stay still. Can't not move it when you press the button.
You don't want to get them confused.
Right. And so your justification is that you everything on your person is equal value.
Yes, more or less.
More or less. So your magical focus, you would consider your gauntlet, and that would be kind of something you wouldn't drop.
That'd be clothing. Yeah, that wouldn't be dropped.
All right. All right. I mean, it does seem like, I suppose, saying, "What do you pick up your magical focus?" Yeah, I guess I'll pick up my magical focus. That takes up one of my choices. Why do you pick up your magical focus? Because I need to cast spells.
I think it's fair for Nurley to drop hers because she's not like the wand isn't affixed to her in any way, but the gauntlet is definitely like affixed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you'd have to proper yank that off.
Well, they've properly yanked everything else off, so that's pretty impressive. Okay, Randall.
So number one, most important, is the grimoire, obviously, immediately before Randall's even properly hit the floor, probably. Then number two is diary / notebook,
Mhm.
and then number three is really tricky because there are lots of things that fit the category number three.
Oh no, okay.
Because it's like the bag of holding, which has all of the party's money in it, or a large portion of the party's money in it, and all the sprouts. But then there's also like the talisman, which is kind of important to Randall. So
Sure, yeah.
So maybe talisman.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Because
yeah,
I
okay.
don't think
I mean, money and
You can-
sprouts.
you
we
can
can
get
get
more
that
money.
back, you know.
Yeah.
talisman doesn't count as clothing.
No,
Oh,
we're dropping everything. Everything. All I'm saying for the clothing is to stop you being naked in this picture.
so. Then it's like magic focus and clothing. Now pick one.
I think it's fine to just say that you have the magical items still on if they're like jewelry or something.
We're dropping everything.
Well, then,
We're dropping everything. Emily. We're dropping
Talisman.
everything.
Talisman.
Okay,
It's the only
alright.
like physical connection Randall has to Caspian.
Sure.
True.
Okay. All right. Good answer. Good answer. Okay. Last but not least, Oro. You've been knocked on your ass.
I have been RPing that my daggers are all like stored in like a little. I don't know what they're called when you like.
A bandolier, yeah.
Okay, yeah, bandolier. So I'm going to assume she has all of her daggers on her. And they've just stayed on her. Otherwise, she would pick one of her Gucci daggers, would be one of the first things she picks.
alright,
But
okay,
I thought that would be an unfun thing to bring up anyway.
Okay,
so.
all right, yeah.
She's got a pack of tarot cards that she got from her mom, so she'll get that. She has a diary that she's been keeping notes in, but it's also got like letters from the circus and stuff. And I like to think she has an autograph page of all of like her favorite people she's met during the thing, and they have like little signatures and little like, because that's how she thinks is a nice thing to do to everyone. So she just has like a page of autograph, and a key. I just have a key on my inventory, and I don't know when we got it, what it looks like, or anything. It just says key, so that would be.
It might be important.
Yeah, you never know.
I'm gonna have to find a way for that key to be important now. I can't remember giving you a key. I can't remember what that key fits.
Oh, so you have to watch all the VODs at 2 times speed.
Give it 50
Might have been a
episodes
trinket.
time. It'll pay off.
Jesus.
It wasn't that long ago.
no.
It was after we got the
Was it
superior
not?
healing potions, and before the inky crystal necklace. So was it in the spooky wizards place? Because that's where we got those, right?
Maybe.
oh, wasn't it the key to his vault? Didn't we have to find that?
I have no memory.
Which fault?
Oh, you did find a key on him. You know, it was for the door that was locked behind you as you went in there. The door that got obliterated by Haiku doing the turtle roll. The door was locked behind you, but Haiku annihilated it.
Nice.
There you go. Problem solved. We've fixed the mystery. There we go.
Hey.
Ooh.
Hey.
Okay, then I'll take
Okay.
the mandible that I'm carrying around with me instead.
Of course.
Okay. Cool. Thank you very much, everybody. Now, we will start our session with each of you guys having just left Humphrey. Or, I mean, you know, you're down the hallway from Humphrey, so if you really desperately need to run back and ask him something, you probably can. but you've been kind of ushered out quickly because you know the faster that you get this job done, the faster you can get some information about this curse and potentially get it removed from you. Everyone seems to suggest that it's a bad thing, and when you finally spoke to Humphrey about it, he said if you don't get it removed, you get turned into a tree.
In an undetermined amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Love that too.
I don't want to be a tree. Please. Although branches can be used to store stuff.
That's a lot of things that can be hung.
Yeah.
True.
And I just keep growing.
Yeah. Easy life.
Yeah, that's a good point. Did they mention whether the tree gets rooted or whether you just become like an ent? Can you walk?
They didn't say.
Although the idea of like a wooden turtle, pretty cool.
True.
This is Haiku's ascension into Mecha Haiku, but it's wooden Mecha Haiku.
Oh no, you put that idea in my head now.
I want to be a tree.
I would like to sit here and wait.
Oh no. Well, I don't want Nugget to be a tree, so
Yeah.
Fair enough.
should we go south for the portal one or east for the 2?
Do I recall that there's the potential for us using that portal again to add more symbols to us?
We don't know. Sorry.
Why am I answering? You are RPing. I need to learn to shut the fuck up. Continue.
We don't know.
I don't think
They
we
didn't-
know.
They didn't know.
No.
Humphrey
They
said that
couldn't
was above
say
his pay
different.
grade. What's a
Oh.
pay grade?
It's when someone else will do it. You don't need to do it. You don't need to know about it or think about it.
You don't earn enough money to put that much effort into it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just thinking the potential for for you three to get roomed up. Maybe leave it to be the last one.
You're right.
Yeah.
In
Don't get
case
roomed
like
up.
maybe it's different times for each of us. You know, maybe it will take 4 years to turn into a tree, whereas maybe I will be a tree in 2 months' time.
Right.
I'm potentially thinking.
What if we become a party full of trees? We have to change our group name.
Yeah, we can't really be adventurers either.
Grassroots
Oh.
adventuring.
Just turn into Humblewood at this point. We're all trees.
The tree polutionists. There you go. Rolls off the tongue nicely.
Completionist.
Lovely.
If only there were 3 of us.
Oh.
If it's proportional to lifespan, that might be even more dangerous.
Oh. We better get moving.
Everyone looks a nugget. What's a lifespan? What does she mean?
Dendropolitionists? I probably said that right.
Okay, where are we going?
East.
East. Okay.
The party
That's
sets
also-
off.
That's also the direction that the other party with the other tooth that Humphrey lost. What's that?
Oh. Yeah, okay. Keep an eye
Because they
out.
were going to the cloud.
Mm.
The cloud is to the south.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Cloud to south.
Okay, yeah, I read my roads.
The Maelstrom is 2 days east,
mind.
and the Tree and Crook in Groaning Tree is 1 day east.
Don't need to keep your eyes out, guys. It's not this.
Put them back in.
We want to be going to Groaning Tree.
Could you please pronounce it to its full extent?
I don't know how to pronounce it to its fullest extent, Tom.
Ah.
That's a lot like my Phasmophobia ghost voice. Though.
I'll take it.
Oh,
Nah,
Okay, right.
That was a lot
Wait,
built
what
up.
sound are we making?
The
I
groaning
lost the
tree
narrative.
noise. See, that's more phasmophobia ghost than it is groaning tree. C plus.
I just heard phasmophobia and then groaning tree, and I was like, I'm gonna make the noise as long as that's what we're doing.
All right. Okay. So we are heading to the east?
Mhm.
Question mark. Okay.
To the east, to the east.
Everybody take all your stuff to the east. I don't know.
Mhm.
That's just the first thing that came to me. So on the road again. Fortunately enough for you, there are kind of separate roads that lead out of the Ursine Court in itself, and you are ushered towards the correct one to the east, so you already know which direction you're going. Fantastic. You set out into the meadows, and you see that, in fact, you are going back into the dense forest. It appears that
look
this
wistfully to the west. Turn and start heading east.
Goodbye, blessing of unicorns.
Mhm.
So you break into the tall grass, and soon enough you're back into some dense forest, which makes a lot of sense because you know that you're going towards Groaning Tree, and it seems unlikely that treants live in the middle of a meadow. So you are on the road for some time. You do kind of feel like you've got a bit of a march on. You kind of do actually feel like you're moving a little bit faster than you were, even when you were going towards the Court of the Bears. It's not so much that you've got like trees ushering you along, but there does feel like there is a slight breeze on your backs, and it's reassuring. It doesn't take very long before something catches your notice, and you are walking together in your group as you see as a very, very small break in the trees. That is a bunch of trees have been cut down, and every single tree that you've seen here so far has been chunky boys. There have not been any saplings to the best of your ability that you can identify so far. They've all been trees that you could estimate as being pretty ancient. So it surprises you when you see that some have been cut down. Although immediately at the base of the trees, you can see that there are some bodies. It's difficult to tell from where you are right now. You can see the path continues on to the east, but you see that in this small clearing, there are a bunch of cut trees, maybe 15 of them. The logs themselves have been felled and piled, and there are 4-5 bodies maybe that are all face down, humanoid in shape and size, and there is dried blood in the grass.
Do you think that's the other people they sent out? I know that they went south first, but maybe they finished that and decided to go east.
Maybe.
Are there any axes around that we can see?
Give me an investigation check.
Second. Aye.
After kind of stepping a little bit onto the scene and having kind of a bit of a look at it, I suppose perception would have been more appropriate, but we'll give you an investigation since I called it, and here we are. You can see that piled next to the logs that have been put away and kind of stacked, there are 2 or 3 axes that have been lent against the pile itself. One of the bodies is still holding an axe. But as you notice, you see his hand, it appears skeletal.
There are some axes here. There's potentially not the other party, but some woodcutters, loggers. You know, people just wanting wood.
trying not to make a joke here.
Yeah, it's fine.
So their hands look skeletal, but does the rest of them look skeletal? Like
They're face down, so it's hard to tell. The only reason that Haiku noticed is because it happened to be that the hand is upright, holding an axe, and they were looking at the axe when they noticed.
So you're telling me Haiku should go over and flip the bodies over, is what you're saying. That's what Haiku is going to do.
I mean,
Well,
if you want to.
We should probably at least see if they have the tooth thingy.
Yeah.
It may not be them, but
Okay.
Mhm.
Could you roll me another investigation check, please? This is the correct roll this time. Okay. Oh my
Ooh.
goodness! Look at these rolls.
investigative.
So you delicately and carefully roll one of these bodies over. As you do so, you can tell that this individual has been shredded to the bone. However, you have also noticed that there is blood. There is plenty of blood. It's actually wet blood underneath them as well, which is surprising to you mostly because they are skeletal. You deduce from this is that the likelihood of them having been rotten to the bone is very unlikely.
This blood seems pretty fresh.
Maybe something ate it, everything but the bones.
Maybe. Are they like all together, or are they all like face down at like different areas?
They are closely aligned with one of the larger stumps of tree trunks in the center of the clearing. They're not spread apart. They seem to be clustered around this one tree trunk. The tree trunk seems to that you can see is the widest in its base, but it seems to have a couple of like gnawed holes in it that look quite deep.
What holes in it?
Gnawed holes in it.
Nod.
You think the trees could have done this?
That's what I was wondering.
I mean, it's the Feywild. Who knows what's here?
Why are the hores gnawed? Nope. Gnawed holes in the middle.
I don't know.
You said they're deep holes, right, Tom?
They're reasonably deep. From where you're stood, it's difficult to tell. You're fairly far back. Haiku's the only person that's really had a look around.
Are they like in the side of like
they're in the
trunk?
top of the trunk.
The top of it. So
Mhm.
like someone stood on top and drilled into it, essentially.
Well, it's gnawed, so it looks like maybe a creature has burrowed into it or something, or nibbled into it.
And are the logs that are to the side big enough to be this big tree, or are they the smaller trees?
They look like they're the smaller trees.
Right. Where the fuck the rest of this tree has gone then? Maybe it is magic.
Maybe we just leave it alone and don't cut down any trees.
I wasn't planning on it. I definitely am not now.
Haiku, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Oh no.
It's not a saving throw.
You can hear a small kind of not a nibbling noise, a gnawing noise, and a kind of a little squeak that's coming from inside the trunk.
Anyone in the house hears that? The
Hear
trunk,
what?
like an animal? I assume like a small animal. No?
I walk closer to try to listen.
If you get as close as Haiku is, which is about within 5 feet, shortly enough, you can hear a small little animal. It seems to be nestled inside this large trunk.
Do you think that could have done it?
Maybe the tree had a nest in it and they cut it down. And then the parents of whatever that is killed them.
I mean, I would go check, but I'm not the most delicate of people.
Given what they look like, I don't really want to check.
Yes, I don't think I want to check either. Do we want to check these bodies for Kate?
Yeah, I don't think there's much else for us to do.
Okay.
We should at least check them for the tooth thing and then we can go. Just in case.
Yeah.
Key tooth thing.
So
I would
you
like to start check.
start to rummage, yeah? Give me an investigation check, please.
I'm keeping an eye on the tree.
Okay, sure.
I just want to...
You guys roll me an investigation check, please. Oro, please roll me a perception check.
Oh,
Sometimes you
perceptive
forget
bitch
how
today.
it's when you roll a crits that you really notice just how big your modifier is.
Mm-hmm.
So whilst poking around the bodies, Haiku, you find signs of a battle, almost certainly. You notice that the bodies themselves have been viciously rendered asunder, and we have finding, like, poking through their pockets and stuff. You don't find any identifiable this tooth key thing you're looking for, but you are able to identify that the bodies appear to be of kind of perhaps elven kind of heritage, but you do, rustling through the pockets, manage to find some small whittled toys made out of wood.
Well, any specifics?
So one of them is an elk, and you can see that they've got what appears to be some actual antler that they've also kind of whittled down to use for the actual horns. And another one seems to be that someone's tried to whittle a trout.
Is the music still on or is it stopped now?
Oh, I'm sorry, that might have stopped.
I haven't had music the whole time.
Yeah, I've not had it on, to be fair.
I heard it when I started.
Yeah.
There you go. Music's back on.
Thank you.
They're off on the show.
Okay. Oro,
I'll
these
point
guys,
out that there's been like a scrap, or like it looks like there's been like.
sure. Whilst these guys are poking around the bodies, you notice the creature that is inside this stump is watching you, and two little rabbit ears are popped up in the center of the stump, one kind of bent over and flopped to the side, and it kind of looks like it's trying to get an eye on you.
Guys, there's a rabbit in the tree that's watching us.
Oh, cute.
I don't think rabbits live in trees.
No, I don't think so. I'm kind of afraid to cast animal... What was it? Animal... Speak with animals anymore.
Casey's insulted its lineage.
Can't go to court again.
Out of bear court, straight to rabbit court.
I reach into the bag of holding and pull out a sprout and toss it to the rabbit.
Okay. The rabbit's hidden in the trunk and doesn't realize that you see it. to begin with, but the sprout bump, 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 rolls onto the top of the stump and then gently tumbles into the hole that the rabbit is hiding in. And a couple seconds later, the rabbit pokes its head out, and you can see that there's little bits of sprout kind of around its mouth. And it tilts its head. Patiently watching you. And then it kind of hops its way onto the top of the stump.
I'm going to cast
It's a
Speak with Animals.
brilliant white rabbit. The only
Right,
imperfection about the poor thing is that it's got sprout smushed around
So
its
I can't see any, like bloody paws or.
No. Well, you can roll an investigation or a perception check if you like.
I toss another sprout.
That relies on sight, right?
It does, yeah.
Haha. My superpower.
Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. I'm very glad that you are the person with the advantage on perception with your +3 modifier.
I see good now.
I see good now.
I see good.
Okay. So as you try your best to focus on any details that might belie any kind of horrible nature for this particular rabbit, there's nothing that looks amiss to you, apart from one thing. The place on the front of the rabbit where it had clearly eaten some sprout. There's a lot more on the snout of the rabbit than there is in the mouth. Apart from that, just a rabbit.
So it's like it didn't actually eat it properly, just like bashed it on its face.
Yeah, kind of.
Or snorted it.
Guys,
Or snorted it.
This rabbit snorted the sprout.
It
Like
snorted the sprout. Oro, you've cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah.
Die.
It squeaks at you. Do you say anything?
Hello, we don't mean you any harm.
It squeaks back at you. But it is absolute fucking gibberish.
Great. Good.
None of this is words.
Please be careful.
Yeah, I don't think this spell works in the Feywild. Just talking to everyone else.
Or maybe it's just not actually an animal.
Yeah, it might be something pretending to be something cute that we know as cute, but it isn't.
You're right. How do we deal with this situation?
Leave.
Probably walk away.
You're saying we should maybe try speaking to it normally, not trying to speak to it as what we think it is.
Do I know any Feywild stories about creatures that pretend to be like cute things that?
You can roll me a check. No, this is just you're in a completely different plane of existence. The only reason that you're getting a roll on this at all is because you have the book.
Is that history? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are not familiar. You are not familiar with any stories that give you any hint as to something like that.
There's something not right. I don't like it. Why did it not eat the sprout with its mouth?
True.
The rabbits even like sprouts.
We kill it then. Just kill it and move on.
No.
So I'd like everybody to make Constitution saving throws, please.
I should just run away.
Yep.
Constitution saving.
I'm using luck to reroll my. Wait, can luck do save rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm using it at the point of luck.
Oh dear.
Okay, well that's better.
I'm gonna do my favored by the gods thing. I'm feeling that today. Oh, that makes it a 15.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So as you guys are discussing this, and you hear the word "kill" come out of Haiku's mouth, you recognize that at the ground underneath your feet, some tentacles have wound themselves out of the stump itself and have started to rise up behind each of the party members. They strike at each of you and they try to wind you up. You each are fortunate enough to miss, or for these to miss you, either because you have deftly dodged them or simply out of the miserable failure of this creature to attack you correctly. However, who is the person with the lowest save that we've got here? Randall is the person with the lowest save. There we go. You are struck for 4 points of damage as this tentacle grabs you by the feet, pulls you up into the air, and a giant gaping maw of teeth appears across the entirety of the stump as the body of the rabbit goes limp, falls over as a carcass, and the mouth itself opens wide, its teeth poised ready for you as you are dangled over the maw. This all happens extremely quickly, with you having the horrible sensation of something being pressed into your skin of your legs. You feel something enter the skin.
Oh no. Not again.
I know, I was going to say, poor Randall.
Which leg?
The other leg. Let's say the other leg. So we are going to roll initiative. Today we are using Theatre of the Mind for our combat.
I have an important question.
Uh-huh.
So I have things that reset at dawn.
Uh-huh.
Has it, when
Do they count?
When does that count in the Feywild?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
So has it been dawn since we dealt with the lily pads? Have we been through a dawn since then?
No.
Oh shit!
This is the same day.
Oh no.
Same day.
Well, that makes life more difficult.
Oh, whoops.
I'll drag and drop your tokens onto our map over here if you'd like to.
Thank you.
Roll 20. Why are you being silly? There it goes. Oh, good.
We'll put some combat music on.
Oops. Oh, I guess I can't delete my token. Okay, well, that's good to know.
You know what? I don't actually have to re-roll that for once. That's not a bad score.
Do you have advantage on all initiative rolls?
Yeah.
You should take the advantage then, just in case it's higher.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah.
Sometimes you get advantage. You're like, that's good. It could be better.
Thank you.
I hecked up and deleted my token. So you'll have to delete the 9 because it's just a blank space now. The empty 9. Sorry.
That's
I didn't know I
okay.
couldn't do that.
I'm just going to put this log as the monster for today.
Log monster.
Log monster.
Yeah,
if
no.
anyone is curious,
Why
as
did you
to
give
what
that
this...
to Randall? I'm so confused. What happened to Randall? We tried to give him the D6.
Everything's fine as long as my only plan works.
What could possibly go wrong?
For those of you who are curious, this was a wolf in sheep's clothing monster, which I personally think is an excellent monster, and I love it a lot. As always, if anyone's curious about the stat blocks that I use in today's game, I do not use book stat blocks very frequently because I tend to pick a book stat block and then I edit it to make sure that it is appropriate for the tier of play we're at, because I think it's really fucking stupid that D&D has tons and tons of really fucking cool low-level monsters and then you out-level them very quickly. So often I will get a low-level monster and buff them so that we can actually still use them in our high-level gameplay. So you have been affected by something horrible in your leg. You can feel it burrowing and it's very
Burrowing.
uncomfortable.
Burrowing.
You take a
Like-
small
yeah.
amount of damage from the initial attack.
I
This
do like
gaping
that.
maw has opened up, and you are dangling above it. At the top of the turn order, we have Nuggetto.
Well, it's Oro. Oro's first, but then Nugget will come after me.
Okay.
Wait, so is Randall above the trunk?
Yep.
Trunk? Yeah.
Stump.
Stump.
hole.
Okay, so I don't want to shoot the thing that maybe Randall will fall into it. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, let's not.
That was my first plan. Scratch that plan. I'm gonna
Or I
try.
could do the land with like the quarterstaff across the fan.
Oh, that'd be more focusing. So are the tentacles around us now, still, or did they?
Yep. They have all emanating from this stump in the center. There are 4 tentacles. One of them is holding Randall up.
Okay. Oh, hey, Rain. Thank you so much for the
Hi,
raid.
Rain.
I appreciate it.
Hi, Rain and
Hope you had
company.
a good stream. We're currently in a battle with tentacles and things
And
burrowing.
everything's fine.
It's totally okay. I'm gonna dagger one of these tentacles with my 2 daggers.
Okay.
Dagger +1.
That's a
That
definite
dagger.
hit.
And I'd like to have my hunter's mark on. Oh no, I don't have hunter's mark on. Never mind.
Right.
Didn't
Okay.
have it prepped. Just those 2.
That's okay. Right. That is 1 hit for 6 points of damage as you slash at the tentacle that has kind of tried its best to wind its way around your feet and start to yank you up into the air, but it's kind of just swiped inefficiently at your feet.
Okay.
You are a-okay so far, and you've done some damage. You've sliced up our tentacle boy.
Alright.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nugget's gonna bite on my turn as well. I assume
Okay.
that doesn't hit with a 12.
Nope.
And then he's gonna bite. Wait, can he bite and fly? Yeah, he can. Can he bite and fly on the same turn?
Yeah.
Okay. God damn it, no. Ooh, whoopsies. Okay. And then I'd like to get on Nugget. And
Okay.
fly like, I don't know, 10 foot in the air. Not very high, but just
Sure. High enough.
somewhat out of reach.
Okay, these tentacles are about 10 foot long.
Okay, a bit higher than that then.
Okay, a little higher than that. All right.
15 it is.
Right. The log. This horrible stump creature. My goodness. Okay. That is it is dropping Randall.
Oh, good. That's a good thing, right?
Yep.
Not if it's over the mouth.
You are being dropped into the gaping maw of this
Well, there
beast.
goes my plan.
You scream as you fall.
Yeah. My plan!
You take
Wait, just
20
being, like-
points of damage as you are dropped into the mouth of this stump as the teeth clamp down on you and start chewing.
Did you say
And
50
that's-
points of damage?
20
Oh.
points of damage.
I
Not
don't-
50
I don't
points of damage.
Get to do anything else, like you know.
No, you're
Illegal.
straight up dropped. You are dropped. you
I was
are,
gonna drop
you are-
myself, but fine.
You weren't delicately you weren't like dropped from a distance that allows you to have a dexterity saving throw. You were craned into
Oh, okay.
and
Not
dropped.
like
like, like a grape.
placed
Yeah,
rather
place
than
would be
dro-
more. Yeah, place would be more appropriate.
not
yeah.
like a popcorn. Like
No.
Okay.
Well, the way that I described it was to intimate that the tentacle is now let go of you.
Yeah,
It's not holding you in place and chewing on you. It is
not like a
dropped
drumstick.
you, not like a drumstick. You're just a chicken nugget.
Could I use my reaction to like intervene with Randall's dropping?
If you've got something, I'm listening.
I'm thinking I could telekinetically push. It's only 5 foot, but I don't know if it would be just enough to put him out of the mouth.
Can you do that as a reaction?
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to make me double check now, aren't you? Oh no, never mind. It's a bonus action. I misread. Never mind.
I mean, if you've got an inspiration point, I would allow that.
Go on then. Use my inspiration point to turn a bonus action into a reaction.
Sure. Okay. In this case, do you want to describe to us how you managed to save Randall from the fate of being dropped into the teeth?
We see the blue gem on the gauntlet light up, and it's just and it's almost like I pushed him.
Ah, Dukin.
Randall, you slam into the ground and manage to center yourself without taking any damage, fortunately. But you roll in a dramatic fashion as you are laid to the ground. Fortunately, no teeth there, but there is another tentacle. The other tentacle attacks are against each of our players, apart from Oro, who is out of reach. So Nerdy takes one.
Is it an attack or a grab?
I
guess it doesn't matter. The same thing,
it doesn't
isn't it?
matter, yeah.
I'm going to shield,
Okay,
making my armor class 17.
it hits.
Damn.
And you are grappled. You also take 19 points of damage.
Oh dear.
And Haiku is attacked. Also grappled. And you take 19 points of damage.
Oh my lord.
So Haiku is grabbed at the feet and pulled up into the air, and so is Nurli. You are both now kind of dangling in the air. You are not placed over the mouth yet, but you are in a precarious position.
19 was that, sorry,
19 points of damage, yep. Okie dokie. And that is the end of its turn. We will allow Haiku their turn now.
Okay. What are the rules when I'm grappled? If you could
you are unable to move, but you can make a strength check with a DC that's set by the creature to escape.
Okay, but I can't do any actions or anything?
You can do actions and stuff, yeah.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
So you're essentially as I imagine the grapple action as someone's holding onto your coat or something. Like
Yeah,
you're
it's
held
just
in
at your
place.
speed 0, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're held in place, but you're not. Your arms. So being grappled and restrained are different, or immobilized, or whatever. They're different.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So being grappled means you're held in place, but you can still do stuff.
Mm.
Okay.
Is this where it picks me up and shakes all the items off my shelf?
Yeah,
Like,
every
big
single
three?
thing in your inventory has been dropped to the floor now.
Oh no.
You've given me the idea now. That was a fucking mistake.
Surely they're all designed to hold on like this way around, not, you know.
You're right. They're supposed to be aided by gravity.
Oh. So I will, with my action, I am going to summon a tiny flamethrower.
A tiny little flamethrower.
Not small.
Okay, yeah. Important distinction.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. No, it is. Where are you popping it?
No, a tiny is handheld, small is
Oh, I
turret.
see. Okay. Right.
That's
okay.
the only difference between the two.
I see. I see.
And I'm gonna just go straight into the tentacle which is grabbed onto me. Remember the mimic which I shoved?
I do. Yes, it was in the highlight video.
Bit
A
like
little
that.
bit like that.
Bit like
So into the mouth or onto the tentacle?
the tentacle.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
Trying to melt some tentacle.
Yeah, so you've got to make a dexterity saving throw against
What's your
my
DC?
skill save DC. I'll keep closing my sheet down.
It fails.
Does it fail?
I rolled poorly.
16.
It fails. Yeah, it definitely fails.
Cool.
Taking how much damage?
3d8.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
All right. Okay.
That's me done.
Let's say that as you chunk 20 points of fire damage into the tentacle that is grappling you by the foot, it screeches almost. You can hear this horrible wailing noise from the inside of the trunk as it loosens its grip and drops you. You fall to the ground, but not from a height enough to take any damage. You're just uncomfortable. as you slam into the floor on your turtle shell.
Quite a thud.
Yeah, one or two of your you hear some crunches of the items on your shell, but you manage to right yourself. Yeah, you're prone for now.
Okay.
But you are back up. Okay, you're not grappled anymore.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else you want to do your turn?
Nope. There's nothing I can do.
Nearly.
Okay, so I didn't mean to click to do that, but that is the plan actually. But I'm spending I meant to like read it first.
Sure.
But I'm spending 2 sorcery points to make that a bonus action.
Okay.
Do I have to roll to hit? Is that what that is? You drive a disoriented spike, but target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw. Okay, so I need an intelligence save. Why did it roll for me then?
It does look like it's a spell attack. What book is Mind Spike in?
I forget.
Battle lab. Wait, what?
I think it wasn't supposed to roll to attack. I think it wasn't in the compendium, so I had to hand enter it. So I'll probably just need to fix that. But it's an intelligence save against.
Is it a cantrip?
Yeah, it's a cantrip. So I made it. I spent a sorcery point to quicken it into a bonus action cantrip.
Right. Okay.
So an intelligence save versus DC 17.
Why did Nugget do that?
That's because I clicked
so
show
smart.
spell description under
Oh.
and I didn't realize it would put that into the chat feed.
All right, and that's a
Intelligence.
Intelligence saving throw. Oh, it's not good. It's not good. Oh, I put too many L's. Oh, okay. I rolled a -1.
Okay, so you take it takes 7 psychic damage.
I got a crit 1. I got a nat 1, and then I have a -2.
Love it.
Literally got a -1. I think that's the first time I've ever seen an actual negative number in D&D.
Okay, so it takes the 7 psychic damage, and then it subtracts 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn. So since that's a bonus action, my action is now to cast Blight. And hope that this is a plant or magical plant. If it is a magical plant, it makes the saving throw at disadvantage. If it's not, a Constitution saving throw at normal Constitution saving throw. And then it has to subtract a d4 from it as well.
Yeah. Do you want to roll the d4?
Sure. Of course, yep.
And the DC is 17.
And the DC is 17.
Okay. It succeeds.
Okay. If you target a non-magical plant that isn't a creature, such as a tree or shrub. Oh, okay. Does nothing happen if it succeeds? Half as much on a successful save. Okay, so 88. Well, I'll just click Blight.
8d8?
Yeah.
Ooh, Nelly.
Which is why it's great if it's an actual plant creature and has disadvantage.
Yeah.
So 20.
Oh my god.
20 necrotic damage, I guess.
Oh, jeez. Okay, all right. Well, 20 damage.
Mm-hmm.
20 damage. Emotional damage. If it's a plant, it does full damage.
Yeah, if it's okay, so it's complicated. If you target a plant, creature, or magical plant, it makes a saving throw at disadvantage, and the spell deals maximum damage to it.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah, if you target
a
non-magical plant that isn't a creature, such as a tree or shrub, it doesn't make a saving throw. It simply withers and dies.
Oh, I like that though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a dangerous thing to bring into the Feywild.
Yeah, I got that before we got ported into the Feywild, and I was like, well, now that we're here, this is maybe helpful, I guess.
Keep that one. Lovely. Okay. Now I'm kind of wishing that it was a plant, because that would have been really sick. But unfortunately
That's
not,
what
it
she
doesn't count
was.
as a plant.
She was kind of gauging based on
100%.
this. Yeah.
Okay, well, it takes a big old chunk of damage. You can see that its kind of bark starts to like crispen almost and crack and creak as it starts to give way to flesh. You can see underneath it that there is some gnarled and burned flesh as it kind of becomes necrotic under its disgusting mangy skin.
Oh, wait, question.
Mhm.
The D6s, I can only add that to mine. I can't use it. Can I use it as a negative to you?
No.
Okay.
I could do that to you maybe, because I'm the DM.
No.
Okay.
Wow, what power abuse.
Mhm.
Doesn't
Listen,
drop
if you guys,
me though,
if you guys get it doesn't drop you. Oh wait, no, it does exactly the same amount of damage. So yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
What did you target? Did you target the tree itself, like the stump
Yeah,
itself?
I was targeting the tree
Probably
itself.
doesn't drop you then.
Okay.
I added that as flavor for the tentacle attack.
That's fair.
You are
Tasty tentacle attack.
still aloft, I'm afraid. Still aloft. Anything else for your turn?
No? That's it?
Okey-dokey. Randall!
So, do I have to
saved.
stand up?
You do have to stand up, yeah.
Okay, stand up.
That's half your movement.
How far
Yeah.
away is Nurali's tentacle?
Well, you're all within this. So this tree trunk is about 10 feet across. It's a huge tree trunk. But you're all kind of around it, like within 5 foot. So it's doable. We're doing theater of mind stuff. You don't have to worry too much about the
Cool.
absolute
Then,
details.
I am going to use my Hexblade's Curse on the stump.
Okay.
And hope that it counts for everything.
Yeah.
Which is a bonus action. And then I'm going to run without triggering threat range over to the tentacle that's holding Nurali, and I'm going to whack it.
Yep. Whacking the tentacles, baby.
And I'm with them whacks. I'm going to. Oh wait, that's a bonus action, isn't it? No.
Mhm.
Is that a bonus action?
Or your
Can I do
Hexblade
stunning
Curse.
strike? Can I do stunning strike as well?
That's just
Or is this a
an
modifier
attack, right?
on?
Yeah, it's
I
just a
think
modifier.
so.
It's a key thing, right?
Yeah. But some of those are also bonus actions, I think.
Jack in the chat. Wait a second, that's not a monk spell.
But I don't get my unarmed bonus. So, oh dear. Well, the first one doesn't hit a lot.
So with your stunning strike, do you have to declare your target before you roll, or do you apply that the same way that you might a divine smite as a paladin?
I don't remember, to be honest. It's been a
long Oh.
time since I used
We've
Uh-oh.
lost a bit of Jack face.
Oh, please
Oh,
hold.
are we in different shapes? Are we in
Yeah,
different
we're in
places
different
now?
Jack is
shapes.
still. Oh, but Jack's still in the call for me.
Where are we at?
Oh.
Am I up here?
Okay.
It's
you-
just
What
the
has that?
camera
Oh,
turned
never
off,
mind.
and if Ginny has it set for like it making people without cameras invisible, then it'll mess with all
I'll
that.
pay you later for making the time for me to look this part, Jack. Don't worry.
Can you hear me?
yes.
Hello.
Okay, so something horrible's gone wrong, and like my keyboard, mouse, and presumably webcam turned on and off, but not the mic.
We couldn't hear you until now.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
wasn't talking.
Oh.
Maybe you need to restart everything. Maybe.
I think I need to restart at least Zoom,
All right.
which I know is going to mess up the cameras.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Alright,
Stunning
deal.
strike can be called after you
It's
hit.
when you hit. So yeah, it's after you hit. Phew.
Hello.
I would change my settings, but I'm logged out of Zoom right now, but I can still join this call as me, and I don't think I can change my settings unless I actually log into Zoom and I don't remember my password. So I'm going to try and figure that out.
Okay. I'm trying to sit higher in my chair so I'm a little less
Oh, where am I?
hair and a little more
Oh.
face.
I'm partly like down here.
Oh, I'm
That
making
work?
bad decisions.
No,
I
one
was
sec.
like joking and like leaning up to put my face in the screen and then realized that the bottom half of me is in a different screen. Well,
Well, should we take this opportunity to do a little bio break?
yeah, I think
Since
that's a great idea.
Since we're waiting for Jack, although I think someone's gonna have to give Jack entry back into the call, right?
Yeah, I can do that.
Someone's gonna
We'll,
have to do that.
we'll have to do that, and then Jenny will have to turn her camera off and turn it back on. No, he's second. So once he's back in, we should all turn our cameras off
Sure.
and back on in
Okay.
in the order we normally do.
Okay.
Okay. We'll wait for Jack to return. The rest of you can bio break if you need to bio break.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I've turned off that sound now, I think.
Oh no! What was the joke that Docs made that didn't land?
Yeah, I didn't hear it either.
Oh no! so
I did
sad.
hear it at the time, but now I've forgotten it. Sorry. All right, be right back.
Okay. I'm a bad joke target. That's what it is. Right. If you are unfamiliar with our stream, we basically go to do our business. If we have a bio break, we return ASAP whenever we're done. So there's no lengthy delay, but also we can't give you a precise time frame. So if you need to go for a bio break, now's your opportunity. Stretch your legs. Do a yoga pose or something. We'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, something's gone horribly wrong. That's not a good start. Oh dear. All right, back in a few.
Oh yeah. That's how D&D is from now on. Here's the top of my head. You're welcome. Hey Dodu. Hey Papaya. How you both doing? Oh, there's no music on. Shit. A full system restart. Wait. Got here for the exciting bit. This is it. Yeah. Jack yeeted off the call. I'm not gonna move everything around. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
I'm back.
I believe in you. Welcome back.
Oh, at least the camera still has the little do good penis in it.
True. That's where you would be anyway. Do good. Good, thanks. How goes D&D? Well, not great. Currently in a battle with a tentacly tree.
Uh-huh.
So that's not great. I'm trying to really emote with my eyes now because that's all you can see.
You put your hands up there.
Oh,
Hello there.
hello there.
Hello there.
DM is a penis? That can't be good. That can't be good.
Listen here, you.
You
You.
rascal.
You rascal.
Hello, dogs.
Oh, we've got one of our players back.
Hello.
Or another one
I'm one of the
back.
players.
No Jack yet.
He's got to restart his whole PC.
Mm-hmm. But he also has an M.2 drive, so that doesn't take very long. Although he might already be back, just Katie's not here to let him in.
True.
But Jack's see? Says he's back.
Welcome back, Jack.
Welcome back, Jack.
I assume we can't let you in. Yeah.
No.
Let him in.
Once Katie's back, Katie will let Jack back in and we will continue with our game. I hope Jack had the sense to go to the toilet.
Yeah, Jack, go to the toilet. Now's the time.
Now's the time, Jack. Fire break. That was very good. I want to do the eye stuff. Where am I?
You're in
I
your own
can't
bit. Suspicious.
Suspicious. I'm copying doxing.
It's like all your USB ports just turn on and off super quick. Oh. Like something updated.
Can you make every NPC into a bear, Tom? You missed that last week, Tortu.
Missed the
If you want the bear
episode.
episode, you gotta watch the VOD.
Look for
That's
the
where the bear episode is.
bear
Bear
episode.
necessities, simple bear necessities.
Episodes.
Forget about the worries and your strife.
In this interlude, I'd just like to let you all know we had a prompts today that was submitted, I can see.
I forgot to ask.
So,
I forgot to ask people to do prompts.
if anyone wants to do a prompt, please do a prompt.
Yeah, today is trees. Yeah, today's trees day.
Dodu, tip £10. Please rewind time. Okay, ubu, thanks. Aww. Thank you, Dodu. That's very sweet of you. Okay,
Love you, Tortu.
let's do the last D&D stream before Katie gets back and let's Jack back in. Let's summarize it quick.
Go on.
Met by bears, had to drop weapons. Most of us dropped our fake weapons, got away with it. Got in the place, went to talk to a bear. I tried to speak with animals, bear, giant language. Didn't work. Insulted their mom.
Strike that from the
Very.
record.
Oh,
I did that one out.
strike that from the record.
I think I've heard that voice, that sound clip before. That's good.
I was very confused because I was like, I haven't heard that before.
Talk shit about his mum by accident. He left. We got a bear lawyer. Bear lawyer was like, you really fucked that up. And I was like, oh, I didn't mean to, soz bro. And then we had to speak to the king, and the king was like, alright, I'll forgive you on these one condition. You do 3 very long tasks for me. Do all of my hard work. Goodbye. And we were like, alright, fine. And we got told that the scars on Haiku and Nugget could turn them into trees. So, move on with that. Gotta get a groove in.
Do all the work.
And
Do
now
all
we're
the
on
side
way.
quests.
Yeah, do all the little side quests. Thanks. Moon is bright. Yes. Oh, he's been let back in.
Jack's back, which means Katie must be
Hey.
back.
Who knows?
Yes,
We're
hello.
I'm
fine.
Randall now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what happens
Character
when you're all
swap.
the wrong order.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody
all
turn
my
your
things.
cameras
I love
off.
all my things.
Excuse me. It's just me and Dux which just swapped.
It's because
Do we
we're
all
like
have
the
to turn
last
off our
two
videos?
to join. I think.
Yeah, turn off.
The other
All
way.
right,
Okay.
so Katie,
Then
then
Tom.
me.
Then Jack. Then Docs. Now Jenny.
This is how we join this is how we do our calls.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
We
Welcome
always
to
join
behind the
our
scenes.
our D&D calls in the same order.
That way
Otherwise,
Jenny
we'll
doesn't have
fuck
to
up the
move stuff
panels.
every time. Yeah.
Although realistically, we could just do what we just did.
Yeah, I was about to say without people waiting.
I swear that hasn't worked before, and we've been
It-
turning
it-
cameras on and off, and we didn't move around.
Check your
It
characters.
doesn't work if everybody doesn't turn it off and then turn it back on in the right order. That's why it doesn't work if just like the people who are messed up try to turn theirs off and back on. 'Cause
Okay,
it's the specific order. But yeah, I guess we
We're-
could do that in the future.
but we are back now. Did you go for a bio break, Jack?
Yes, I did.
Thank goodness.
Good
We're
work.
all on the same
That's what
page on
fixed
the
the
bio
PC.
breaker clock.
Bio break directly into
Powered by
PC.
urine.
Ew.
Liquid cooled.
I thought you were going to make that joke, and I hoped you wouldn't.
And I'm not.
Gross.
Okay. Right. It is Randall's turn. Randall stood up. Randall made one crit miss attack. We're doing the crit failed table, aren't
No,
we?
I don't think so.
we're doing a quick fail.
Scrap that. Fail.
I recall us doing it.
Oh, I do recall us doing it.
I don't remember.
Oh.
Nope.
1 moment. Yeah, roll your.
You wanna roll a D100?
I don't want to, but I suppose I have to. I
Ooh, good number.
did have some cool flavor for my Hexblade Curse that I thought of at the
I would like you to give us the flavor, please.
So I think the Chill Touch. It's like, I think it was Chill Touch. It looks a little bit like that, but it's like more. So there are like little orbs that go to the thing that has been cursed. And then little
Hexblade cursed. I'm in danger.
yeah. And then like little tendrils like of like purple kind of smoke come out from that, and they draw like a path, and that's the path that Randall like follows with his attack. And it's kind of weirdly either predictive or the entity is manipulating the world to make that happen, such that like it like means he goes like past their like parry defense and stuff.
Oh,
And it's
that's
difficult. It's difficult to
cool.
tell if it's like predictive or just
That's neat. I like that a lot. Okay, cool. Thank you for the flavor. Now let's see how badly you failed.
No.
62.
Yeah.
Slow to respond. No bonus action or reaction next round.
Next round.
Good job. I'm not reliant on any of those things.
All right. Well, the second attack does hit.
Yeah.
Are you adding your stunning strike? Stunning strike.
Yep.
Nailed it.
So con save versus a low number, which is 11.
I got a 9.
Yes. No, not 11. 15.
9.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Sorry, I wasn't fully listening. I've got too many.
Now is the time. No reactions. Shoot the monk. No one deflect missiles for you.
Oh.
I rolled bad.
Okay, so you are stunned until the end of my next turn.
Blimey.
Oh wait, no,
Okay.
my next turn.
It's a long time. That's
And
no actions?
maybe people get dropped because they're stunned, but they're all stunned.
Yeah, they will get dropped. Yeah, they will
Yay.
get dropped.
Also, they take some damage, which I need to work out.
Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
So yeah.
Incapacitated, can't move, can speak only falteringly. Okay. Attack rolls against it have advantage.
It's 11. Couldn't have been the first one that I hit with that, so that then the other one I had advantage on. But you know.
Alright, so it can't do shit until
Nope.
your next turn.
And it takes 11 plus my proficiency bonus because it's cursed. Assuming the
Okay.
tentacle is actually affected by that curse as well, because I used the
Yep.
curse on the stun.
Mhm.
Okay, so plus another 4, so 15.
Oh,
Whack.
Nice.
gracious.
What?
We're using a
Whack.
good old theatre of the mind. A little bit of theatre of the mind. That's what we're doing over here. We're doing some theater of the mind.
I don't know if the turn
right.
order would be interesting though to chat, but maybe I'll just try and put that there and you can see it.
Just about, yeah. All right. Done?
Yeah.
Okay. Top of the turn order, we have our Nuggetio and Oro.
I want to get my crossbow out. Well, I already had my crossbow out because I used it as a dagger. So I'll, but I want to use it as the crossbow and shoot the stump.
Okay.
Oh, can I use my D6 if that doesn't hit?
If you use it as a melee action instead, you get advantage on all your attacks. But you're on Nugget right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is it all? Oh no, it's all attack rolls against the creature have this. Wait, what? Oh no, invisible is the wrong one. 1 second. No, attack rolls. Yeah, all attack rolls against the creature have advantage. So all
Okay.
attack rolls.
Okay.
Roll again.
Oh, there we go.
That's a hit.
24.
Mm-hmm.
I can only do one with it, I think.
Okay.
Right. So.
Well, you've got the repeating boltsy boy for that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, but it's not a second weapon, so you can't. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, it just reloads it. Yeah.
You're right. All right. But Nugget, however, you gonna get Nugget in range to attack, or are you staying out in the safe area?
Wait, is
Oh,
Mirror?
oh yeah, she does. Yeah, no, you get a sneak attack because you had advantage. Yeah. I just sneak attack damage.
Oh, thanks, Adam.
Sneak attack.
Where the fuck is sneak attack? There it is. 5.
5 points of damage. It's looking pretty fucked up. There's been some serious damage that has been dealt to this poor old stump of wood that's trying to eat you.
Okay, then we'll.
Just trying to get some tasty adventurer meat.
We'll fly down then, and Nugget can do a bite on it.
Okay.
You'd think we'd be
Well,
like
bye-bye.
tough and gamey.
That's a miss.
It gets advantage. That's 14.
That's also a miss.
Damn it. Okay, now on Nugget's turn, he's going to do another bite.
Sure.
16.
That's a miss, and that's a miss.
16 is a miss.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm flying back up in the air.
Okay, well that gives you an attack of opportunity.
What, no, never mind. We won't fly up in the air then. I thought it would be fine.
Okay.
It's incapacitated. It can't opportunity attack.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
I'm flying back up in the air.
Stump. Okay, Stump gets his turn, does nothing. Haiku.
Yeah, take that stump.
Stump has dropped everyone that was grabbed. Haiku's turn.
Stump can't do anything, so I might just dangle my flamethrower into its mouth and.
Are you not dropped?
Yeah, I said you
Yeah, I
dropped.
was dropped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just gonna flamethrower it again. Because why not?
Right in the gob.
Right into its gob.
Right into its gob.
To its pile.
Automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws.
Oh, unlucky. When you want damage.
Oh, nice.
That is precisely how much damage we need to evaporate this guy. Try to describe to
lethal.
us how you lethally torch this stump.
I just stick my fist in its mouth, in its maw, pull the trigger, and everything just goes silent.
You know what? From all of the original, you hear scratch, 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 like noises of this horrible
Yeah.
beast that's just trying to like eat you and slash you with tentacles.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it's just peaceful after
Except a
the
slight sizzle.
sizzle noise. A sizzle noise. Lovely. Okay, well that's it. That's done. Congratulations, team! You have successfully dispatched the wolf in sheep's clothing, or in this case, a rabbit in a tree in
Tree's
rabbit's clothing. I don't know. It's hard to.
Rabbit
I
in tree's
don't
clothing.
really know what's going on here.
No.
But you have incinerated its guts, the inside of its gob, with your fucking flamethrower. Once again, it's becoming a habit.
It's good.
Like you
effective.
sticking their flamethrower into things.
It'll always do half damage. And it's a bonus action. Why wouldn't it?
That's the wrong playlist. Day to day.
I have important questions.
Mm-hmm.
Can I look at my leg, please?
Yeah. Would you? Yeah. Does our party want to RP a little bit of come
Yeah.
down from the fight?
Mhm.
Did anyone else feel like something when the tentacle grabbed you, like inject into you?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
Where?
I did in my leg.
Let me look at it. I would like to make a medicine check, please.
Okay. Please do.
Yeah.
You've-
I'm gonna use my D6 for the
legally.
day.
Yeah.
19. Hickey.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Okay, you can certifiably identify the fact that he has something implanted into his leg. It's very difficult to determine precisely what it is, but it does unfortunately seem to be making a nice little nest for itself.
I'm gonna tourniquet above it.
Okay.
You tell me what you think it is.
I don't know what it is. We
What
should
is
get
it?
it out though.
Why? What do you think it is?
Something's nesting in there.
Randall
As I'm
immediately
like
goes
pulling.
steps.
He goes what?
Immediately goes steps.
Goes what?
I think
Ghost
his ghost
step.
Oh. Does that work?
Unfortunately, this parasite is comfortably part of you now.
No.
Also goes ethereal with you for a couple of seconds.
Now Randall's
Just
really
hoping to
Come back
panicking.
here.
Yeah. That's exactly what.
Come back, you.
And, like the whole time, Randall is like in a ghostly form, just like swatting at his leg, trying to like knock it out. No.
Going through your leg every time you swat it.
Oh, no.
May I propose the solution from an engineering point of view?
Once he comes back into like physical form, she's just like, sure, as she's like wrapping a strip of cloth and tying it around like above the thing on his leg, and is like grabbing a branch and doing the like turn thing you do for like a tourniquet.
Sure.
Just lob it off. I'll make you a nice new one. Better than the old one.
No, I need that.
The leg.
Yeah,
No.
get him a new one. Even better.
No, it's taken me years to train with this one. I can't train with a new one.
Put a bit of magic in it.
Oro,
Yeah.
are your daggers really sharp?
Oh yeah.
Come here.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Cutting
prestidigitation.
it off.
Tell me which one is the sharpest. We're not
Gucci
cutting
dagger.
his leg off. I prestidigitation it, which I imagine to be like magical hand
Sterilizing it.
sanitizer,
Yeah.
right? Sterilizing it.
Sure.
Can you just like cut open where that is, and then we'll yank it out, and I'll heal it closed?
Do you want me to hold him down?
You want me to cut open his leg and
Yeah, and like maybe stab the thing with another one and yank it out, and then I'll just heal him, and it'll be okay. I think we need to get it out fast. I don't know what it's gonna do.
True.
I'll hold him down.
I know it seems really dangerous, but even if he died, it will be okay. He's not going to, though. I can just heal it closed.
If he dies, I'll just bring him back.
I'm right here.
Listen, we don't want the festering wound part 2, do we?
No. Do we still have that, by the way? Don't we still have the second dose?
We
Actually,
did
we
for
might
ages.
do have that.
I don't think
thought we
we've used it for
it.
anything. Oh, did we?
I thought we used it for something.
No idea.
It's certainly not in my list of things anymore.
Oh, maybe we did.
Oh, if it's not in the inventory, it's gone.
Okay.
I think.
Oh.
I'm putting my hand on Oro's shoulder. I'm gonna cast guidance. You're gonna do great. You cut things all the time. And this,
Yeah.
he's not even gonna move.
No. Okay, Randall, do you need anything? Have we got any smelling salts that he can calm himself down with some lavender?
Can anyone knock me unconscious?
What if I gave him the Misty Potion?
I think if the other thing didn't work, that won't work.
Oh yeah. I'll just whisper comforting words into Randall's ear.
While holding me down.
Yeah.
Shh.
You could hide on a branch if you want to. That might help.
Hmm?
I'm holding his leg like above, like where the tourniquet, like right below the tourniquet and below the parasite thing, so that it stays really still. It's gonna be fine.
Hey, we'll just do it quickly, please.
Okay. Jenny grossed out by this. Oro wouldn't be phased by it. Jenny concerned. Okay.
Sure, the most sterile of surgeons.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation, everything's sterile.
Her hands, she gets that like prestidigitation, like sterile knife, and you just see her hand is caked in dirt.
Okay, what do I have to roll for this? Just a.
I would like you to roll a medicine check
Surgery.
with advantage.
And I did guidance you.
Okay. Medicine. Guidance a 1d4.
Yeah.
I've got a d6 as well, so I'm gonna use that.
Ooh.
Good.
Can I use my inspiration?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
to I don't know, help somehow so that I don't.
I mean,
have my
for
leg
you, in order to
mortally
use your
wounded.
inspiration, you need to help me to come to some kind of mid ground on how you're going to help. What does your inspiration help you achieve?
I think partly like being able to actually hold really still, even in the like, non-ideal surgery conditions, so that it
Sure.
really helps.
That does really
maybe-
help. Yeah.
and,
Okay.
like,
all right.
Hold the leg at the right time. Be like,
Sure. Yeah. I
But
mean,
don't worry,
having
I'm making sure you can't move. There's only right.
you sat on. Oh, you got a movable rod.
God damn it.
Okay. So you're going to use your inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I am going to take that inspiration as adding a 10 onto your roll
Ooh.
Okay.
because the DC required for a medicine check to solve this is very high, and I'm awarding this to you simply on the merit of Katie having fucking described actual medical practices, you using all of your dice and guidance, and also coming up with an inspiration. I will allow this with all of your powers combined. You have effectively beaten the DC, even though without this inspiration plus 10, you would not have made it. You successfully, after some grueling poking around in Randall's leg, you do manage to gouge out the parasite that has infested its way into the muscle tissue. It's gnarly. It's really gnarly. What I would like to do is so that you have successfully removed it, but Oro, I'd like you to give me what the maximum damage would have been for your knife.
It's a wait. Oh. How the fuck am I?
I think
So it's a
daggers are a
1d4.
D4.
It's 1d4 plus 4 from your
4.
dexterity, plus 1 for it being a magical weapon.
Yeah.
So 9, yeah.
Okay, so 9 points of damage is how much Randall takes during that. And that's simply because you are not medically trained.
What?
You've just gone rooting around in his leg with a knife and achieved the unthinkable, really, honestly, under the circumstances. Congratulations, well done.
A
Very glad
successful
that only
surgery.
one of you got infested.
Yep. As soon as it's out, I prestidigitation the wound because it cleans like non-living stuff off.
Mhm.
So, and then I'm gonna just do a cure wounds at 5th level, just to be safe.
And that's how I saved Uncle Randall's leg.
Yeah. So that's 33 hit points.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a decent roll. That was the first time I've ever upcast your wounds and been happy about it.
Should you guys all check to make sure you also didn't get one?
I mean, they
I-
didn't touch me, so I think I'm fine. But you,
Yeah, I'll check over everybody. Do some medicine checks.
Sure. Yeah, give me a medicine check. Give me one medicine check for the group roll.
And I am proficient in it.
That's a good thing
Just
to know.
FYI.
Yeah.
22.
nice.
You're confident that no one else was infested.
Nope, just you, Randall.
Or just
What
stab
does it
everyone.
look like?
Make it bad. Yeah, what does it look like?
Or the parasite?
Mm-hmm.
The parasite looks like a little grub. Like it's kind of chunky, wriggly, and pale. It died in its being extracted.
Okay.
I'm glad
Tim's,
Aura's
like,
cooler than
actually
I am. I
feeling
couldn't. How do you feel, Randall? You okay?
Yeah, I feel a lot better now.
I take the
I don't
tourniquet
wanna
off.
I don't want to do that again.
Yeah, no, I don't ever want to do that again either.
Maybe you should get some leg armor. Just a suggestion. At this point.
But
Magical leg wraps.
it's too heavy.
Okay.
That's fair.
Well,
That all done, I just kind of like sit down and do like I have had 6 health points this whole time. So I'm just gonna do it.
6?
Yeah, a cure
Holy
wounds on me.
they're
Oh my
like, yes, do
goodness.
surgery while she's like fucking bleeding.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I see it like the thing had her by like the legs, so there's some like really deep, crunchy bruising or something.
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
kind of like falls back and like pulls the like cloak out of the way and is just like, ugh, okay. I feel better now.
You just soak your leg in magical healing energy.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Rough.
Oh, I'm so glad I upcast that one. 2 ones. See, I never.
Oh.
I shouldn't do it. Only for other people. Clearly.
Okay. So you guys take some time to relax for a little bit. Are you taking any kind of short rest?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would much
Yeah.
appreciate that with my 20 hit points now.
Can we maybe not do it right here? Can we like go a little bit away?
Love that idea.
Well,
Yeah.
it's dead. This is the safest place at the moment.
Well, assuming it's the only one, and she looks over at the other stumps.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot about the other stunts.
I think I understand why those guys are like stripped of all flesh, but the blood is still wet. Probably ate them from the inside out. It's a little. Yeah. So we should go. Maybe
Yes,
just back
please.
out onto the path.
Yeah. Huh?
That wind was nice.
Felt like
Get
it pushed
cracking.
us forward.
Mm-hmm.
When was
So
the last
are
time we
having
short
a-
rest?
You had one after the
Interrogation.
Wordle Golem, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if I had just forgot to renew my hit dice, but I don't think I have. I think we just haven't slept since. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you've not slept today.
Yeah.
Come on, there we go.
Yeah, spend your hit dice if you'd like during your short rest.
I'll do one more. There we go. Exactly full health.
Nice.
Alrighty.
All 43 points of it.
You're all actually playing a day of D&D as was intended. Yeah. Imagine. All right. How are we feeling, party? Are we good to go, adventurers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Back on the road we go. You recognize now that whilst all of these trees around you that you've found so far, apart from the ones that were cut down, you know already these are old trees. You've been to, forests on the material plane before. There's always been a lot of variety, lots of saplings, older trees, mature trees, younger trees, but also lots of different types of trees. As you go into the depths of this wood, you're kind of recognizing that whilst there is some variety in the trees, they are all thick as fuck, and it is dense and just kind of you as you're walking deeper and deeper into this wood, you feel like this is a sacred place simply because it is older than you can possibly imagine, and it feels almost untouched. The only way that you can even imagine that anyone else has been here is through the fact that you are following some kind of pathway. And as time goes on, you start to feel a little bit drowsy, not in any kind of magical way, but you just kind of sense that, the end of a day is coming. But you don't feel like you found anywhere that's kind of comfortable yet, anywhere that's a good place to rest. Until you stumble across a small. Unfortunately, every interaction you're going to have is going to be small openings in the tree line. That seems to be some kind of grove, a grove of saplings.
What does that mean? I don't know what grove means.
It is a small, open area where you're inside a forest that has a tiny little stream that's running through it, and some small vegetation here as well. But there are tons of saplings here that are growing.
You said we've all well recognized that this is ancient and untouched kind of looking area.
We should probably be careful here. Not just because of the last thing, but also because of,
The last thing.
Also that.
But also because I haven't seen any saplings in a long time. And, well, at least along this path. And this looks like some kind of nursery, maybe. So careful, no fires and far away from any sapling.
Don't get between the saplings and their tree parents.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At this point, you guys are shattered.
Mm-hmm.
And you're starting to really feel it, that this is, you need to find somewhere to sleep. Or you can chunk a point of exhaustion if you like. Stay up the night.
I'm fine with bedding down here, as long as there's a corner we can take that seems unobtrusive from the point of view of getting too close to the saplings.
You think
I figure there has to be...
you'd probably have to kip maybe a couple minutes down the road instead. If you wanted to be completely unobstructive or unintrusive.
I don't know. What do you all want to do? I'm a little worried about intruding on a nursery. Maybe we can ask permission?
Do you not really? I'm fine with
Can you talk to
pushing on
trees
through
like
the
you do?
night.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm fine with pushing on through the night. But it's up to you lot.
And I'm worried about intruding, but I'm also worried about nighttime and what might come out in nighttime.
So the opening for this sort of how we see it from the road, are there is it just kind of right there? Is there a little bit of a walkway to it?
So there is the path that you've been following, again, has mostly been implied more than anything else. The trees have opened up in a path that's kind of naturally forming that you're following, not that you've got a paved road or a dirt path to tread. This has a small opening in the trees that is maybe even slightly distant to you. It's maybe 60 feet away that you see that these trees have opened up a little bit, and you're seeing a little bit more light through the boughs, which is how you can kind of recognize it between everything else. You could continue northwards, but this is kind of to your south now. Not northwards, eastwards. So this is kind of to your south, but to your right is what I mean.
Do you think the trees have brought us here? Because like, there's not like a path. It just kind of like.
Maybe. Oh, can you track to trees like you do animals?
No. We can put down an alarm bell if we want to try and sleep here, but I don't. But if we still think we're going to be intruding on saplings, then I don't know.
But why would we be led here if this wasn't a place to sleep? If this is so precious.
Hello? Do any of you happen to speak? She's like looking around at all the really tall trees.
You owe me a perception check, please.
I am proficient. It's only a 10.
You hear a creaking of a tree, but no one replies to you.
Okay. Can I tell which one creaked?
No.
Oh, you know what? I have a thing. Hold on. I keep forgetting because I don't... Where is it? Magical guidance. When you make an ability check that fails, you can spend 1 sorcery point to reroll the d20. So did that count as a failure? I guess I get to know. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spend a sorcery point and reroll.
To blight the saplings to make space for Arcane.
Ooh, 20.
Ooh.
Okay. You thought that you heard the creaking of a tree, but maybe that it was just your ears were primed for it because you were listening to see if the trees would respond. You suspect that it was actually a goat bleating.
Did you all hear a goat?
Did we hear a goat?
No.
No. Did Nugget hear it? Nugget's got better hearing.
You can roll if you'd like.
What, perception?
Yep.
No,
Nope.
Nugget did not hear it. Keeps on hearing, but
you turn to Nugget to see if Nugget heard. Did you hear that? And you notice that Nugget is like pouring over the bag of holding, like it's like pulling it open with his mouth, and looks over to you, caught in the action.
No, we didn't.
Oh
hear
no,
anything.
I didn't hear anything.
You heard a goat though?
I heard a goat. Maybe somebody lives in there and we just can't see it. Like maybe these are planted by a creature.
Yeah. We can go and have a look.
Let's go have a look. What harm can looking do?
Mm-hmm. Just be really careful.
What if it's another one of those tentacle things, but it's using a goat to lure us into it?
Right after the thing? It won't happen.
What a chancy.
Lightning doesn't strike twice, am I right, guys?
Well, he does.
I mean, we'll know if we see a tree stump that has gnawing sounds, right? So,
true.
Except in Nerly's voice.
Take my sass and give that to Nerly instead.
It wasn't meant to be sassy.
No,
it was meant to be like.
I'm just kidding.
You just assume the sass from me, which is fair, but I've already kind of started wandering off that way as soon as any other person is like, yeah, okay, we could take a look. She's like, all right, let's go.
Sure. All right. Well, you start to encroach a little bit closer onto the grove, and sure enough, you see that there is a goat. There is a goat that is kind of just. It appears to be tied to a tree. That is like so. Essentially, you've got the lining of this small little grove is just huge tree trunks. Of actual live trees, not ones that have been cut down. And on the inside of this, there is a small little kind of trickling stream that runs through it, and there are some sprouting saplings. It appears that in small rows there have been some very lightly irrigated crops. See some strawberries are growing. These are the juiciest looking, brightest red strawberries you have ever seen. Something also grabs your attention about this goat. That it is. Let's see if I can find a good photo of it. Give me 2 seconds. Also have a look at this.
Mom, how do we catch adventurers? Well, I have this trick that never fails. Curiosity killed the cat.
I can't remember which of the books it's in. This is. Oh no, I've got it. I've got it right here. I've got it right here.
Right now?
Let me just. I guess maybe if I just Google it, someone else might have done this for me.
Google what?
The image.
Oh. Catisfaction.
Let's just save this. I apologize, it's going to take me a couple seconds.
No worries. Just picture
Actually,
like
prepared
a
to
slow
war.
motion, like Nearly notices the really juicy strawberries, and there's just that like it pans in onto the strawberries and then back at Nearly's face and then back to the strawberries and then back to her face.
Yeah, if Oro sees them, Oro immediately tells Nugget no eating.
Nugget has to make a will save.
Here you go. Made it large.
Oh no, I think
Pistols
I
at dawn.
deleted it. Oh shit.
Oh,
I deleted the window capture for this. Shit, hold.
Oh no.
I can make it as a handout, I think, instead.
Goat stood still for too long.
ooh. Okay, well that's a special goat.
Is that
I.
is that what I think it is?
I.
those what I think they are?
Goat balls!
Jeez, those are some hefty goat balls. Wow.
Those are hefty goat balls.
That's what Oro said.
Oh, I would have assumed that they were udders.
Yes, no, I would have
Utterly
probably gone with the utterly ridiculous. Yes, no, we'll go with the others.
So they're runners, not balls.
Yes. Crosses out notes.
Damn it.
An Irish goat. What?
So this is the creature that you see before you, and actually, as you're admiring it from afar and its giant udders, a second one, much smaller, a kid, you imagine, literally, appears from behind another stump, well, not stump, tree, like bleating away. They appear to be tied to the tree stumps.
By their udders.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. 13.
It does appear that they are attached by something other than rope.
Mm-hmm.
There is something. Obviously, the image in front of you, you can see that this goat is. There's something definitely odd about it.
Yeah.
It has a lot of foliage growing all over its skin and its fur, and its goat beard is mostly kind of moss and small kind of foliage.
It's like an umbilical cord.
If it's attached to the tree, I suggest we run.
Hello. Does it talk?
It does not talk now.
It's an animal, though. Maybe.
No, we don't. This
Maybe.
animal shit ain't working for me anymore.
To be fair, you speak to animals on someone that wasn't technically an animal, and on a monster that definitely wasn't an animal. I don't want you to accidentally correlate this with you being in the Feywild as something that you're now not proficient in. You're proficient, it's just that the 2 occasions that you've used it haven't been appropriate.
Alright.
Not saying that it's appropriate now, I'm just saying that so far...
Okay, it's not appropriate now. I don't need to worry
it's
about
not, it's not been
Is there a house nearby? Can we see any
Roll me an investigation check or a perception check, depending on how hands-on you'd like to get.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, me oh my. You cannot see a house or any structures nearby, but what you can see is there is one of the trees has those kind of where old branches have fallen off and it gets like a knot in the bark. It has 2 knots that aren't in the positions of eyes, but they are very close. And as you're inspecting the surroundings, one of them kind of closes very quickly as you start to look in its direction.
Oh, wait, on the tree?
Yep, it's an eye.
Okay, I point that out to everyone. I think that eye just that just closed like an eye.
Oh, hello. We know you're there now. We were just wondering if it was okay if we slept here.
There's
We
no
don't want to
response.
hurt anything or anything. But we also didn't want to intrude.
Do you want me to do a talk with animals?
Well, I don't know if that'll work on a tree.
No, but maybe the goat.
On closer inspection, simply because you got a 29, you feel that this goat is more plant than goat.
Okay.
You think that it's actually an incredibly lifelike facsimile of a goat. In fact, actually, roll me a nature check if you'd like, with advantage.
For a second, I thought you were going to say initiative, and I was like, no.
Great,
fact,
Oh,
me
let's
initiative.
go. All right. Let's go with our crit. You once heard a tale
Oh.
when you were in the circus.
Mm-hmm.
There was some individuals that were staying with you who were from an entirely different land. A land with a name that you couldn't even pronounce, that you have always, for a while, considered that it maybe wasn't from your world. Who once told of a story of a creature called a Barometz. A Barometz, as they told it, is a plant creature that takes the form of a goat that has magical fruit that if you were to harvest could give you great power and potentially make you immortal.
Wait, make you mortal or immortal?
Immortal.
Okay.
Oh, I don't want that.
Because I mean, if
But
you know,
the
if they
story
were like
that you
gods-
heard, it makes you immortal. The story that you heard explicitly said that they went extinct because they couldn't mate.
Okay. I retell this story in those exact words.
So ironically, Papaya was correct.
It is a delicacy.
Yeah, but not that bit. Unless those aren't strawberries. Sleeping goats.
Do you think the strawberries are the fruit?
What do I think, Tom?
You don't think that the strawberries and the baronets are one creature? You
Okay.
suspect they are separate entities.
Okay.
However, with your 21 in nature, it is fathomable to you, as someone who's spent a lot of time, communing with nature, as a ranger, that this magical creature could be enhancing the growth of other plants around it.
Yeah.
The first time Papaya was correct has been uttered on stream.
Uttered.
That's good. Wow.
Are they immortal strawberries then?
Maybe.
So,
Only one way to find out.
No. Absolutely not.
but this one has a baby, right? That's a little one. So they've, because in her story she said they couldn't have
Well,
babies.
I mean, it's also a goat that's a plant. Like, I don't know what mating even means for that kind of creature.
Right.
Maybe
I don't
this
know
is
what
like
the
a flower,
process might entail, but that looks like a baby goat.
Yeah, but it might be like growing from like a flower grows and blossoms. This might be how they flower,
Oh.
And then you need multiple goats from different plants. I don't think we can assume anything about plant goats.
That's fair.
Never assume.
No matter how big the balls look.
Well, I'm less worried about sleeping here now.
I mean, I'm slightly concerned about the eyes. I look back up at the eyes. Do they? Are they there?
They're just knots on a tree, man. What are you talking about?
Okay.
If anything, that makes me more worried about sleeping here.
I mean, we could keep walking. I'm just really tired.
I mean, we might find somewhere else to sleep, but also
That's true.
It also might be worse or better. Who knows?
Also, I really kind of want to eat one of those strawberries.
No.
But you said it wasn't part of the goat, right?
Yeah, but we're in the Feywild. They could do anything. You could turn into that goat. Maybe that's what happened.
We've already got two of us slowly turning into trees. We don't need any more people becoming vegetation.
Yes.
Only becoming strawberries.
She reaches into the bag and starts eating sprouts.
Dejected.
Just like, fine. Okay, well, whatever you all want to do. She like yawns. Only not in like a trying to convince you way, only because Tom said that we're like
Yeah.
at
you guys
that
are pooped.
point.
I want to sleep. let's. How far away from this thing can we like sleep?
I'm not going to tell you where you can and cannot sleep. You can see wherever you like. I'm just.
Yeah, but how big is the area we're in? Like, is it?
So
like,
this
actually-
this grove is at probably about 60 feet in diameter.
Right, so not that far away.
I mean, it's pretty big, but
But we put one person on watch, and then we sleep here. And if the goats do anything weird, or the strawberries grow arms and fight us or something, like we'll be ready.
Yeah.
No eating any strawberries,
No,
eerily.
No.
I know I'm the worst person to be saying that because my tendency is to just do stuff.
True.
Take it from,
Tendency
take
to
it
do
from
stuff.
someone who's made bad decisions. Please restrain yourself.
I won't eat any strawberries.
even if it sounds like the goats are trying to say, "Come and eat the strawberries," don't do it.
I think if the goats suddenly started talking and told me to eat strawberries, then I definitely wouldn't. Because they're not talking now, so if they wait to do it until I'm alone, then it can't be good, right? At least that's what I've learned from everything that's happened to us ever since we left.
Yeah. Okay, well, can we rest here without interrupting any ground stuff? Any saplings or anything? Even if it's on the
Oh, yeah.
path that we're...
Yeah, you-
Wisdom. So saving throw. Well, wisdom saving throw. Wisdom. So saving throw.
Succeed. There it is. Success.
Oh, oh no.
Oh, it's
You
a success.
failed.
Perfect success.
I love that so much. It's such a bop. Oh, it makes me smile every time I hear it. Wisdom saving throw. Right. Okay. You can rest wherever you want to rest. There is definitely the space enough for you to sleep on. Essentially a grass path. This is a glorified allotment. You've got a small grass path that leads all the way through, and then it kind of cuts along in the center, like it's like a kind of a cross through the center of a circle, essentially. That you could, it's all grassy meadow, really.
Just pick a place that's out of the way, away from the saplings and away from the tentacle goat.
We'll just go to the
Yeah.
opposite side of the place from the goats in the tree with eyes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys gonna set up a watch?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Rightio. What's the watch order?
First.
I'll go last.
I'll go second.
I'll go third.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast the alarm spell.
Sure.
Nice.
Let me just check some stuff. And by that I mean look at your character sheets.
That's
Oh, no.
never good.
Oh no.
Okie dokie. Right. So you're putting the alarm spell up. Unwanted intrusion. Okay. All right. Okay. So you guys tuck up and go to bed, which is very, very, very quiet. Can you remind me what your order is? Sorry, for your watch. First, fourth, second, third.
Jack is just joining in.
Putting your hands up in the air. So like Doctor's putting his hand up for
Right. Okay. Okay.
4 years of university wasted.
That was it. That was the real test right there.
Oh, no counting proficiency here. Okay. Oh, there's so much. There's so much punnage in the chat today. So much punnage.
There's just so much material to work with.
Okay. Would you not? Right.
Come on now, keep it in the chat.
Keep it in chat.
Keep in the chat. All right. Randall died. So the rest that you have here is some of the best sleep you've had in your life. Every time you wake up for your watch, you do reluctantly, because you are resting in a bed of the softest grass that you can imagine. It is, this nice thick mattress that is just comfortable, and weirdly, not a single blade of grass is poking into you uncomfortably. It's just like this it's like precisely what you would imagine when you look at a meadow. You're like, oh, that just looks soft. That just looks comfortable and nice. And that is just this beautiful, peaceful sleep that you have. You hear the bleating of the goats throughout the night, but at no point is it anything other than, kind of chilled out, normal goat noises. There doesn't feel like there's any alarm to go on. At one point during Randall's first watch, you see that one of the kids the kid comes a little bit kind of closer to you guys. It looks like it's on the end of its tether as it reaches, maybe 30 foot away from you, and it's just kind of watching you, and its eyes kind of like blink out of time
Very naturally
as it watches you. And then as it finally realizes that you're watching it back, it starts to just like leap away a little bit, and like just it looks like there's not the only thing about this that doesn't look like a little child goat is that it's covered in like foliage. Like it's acting precisely like a goat would. And you pass your rest off to, was it Oro next?
Yes.
Oro was second place. Okay, and you have a similar night's sleep. You keep an eye out, especially for any blinking trees, and you think that maybe you spot one looking at you, but it's so dark. Really, the lighting here is really, really poor because it's this kind of dusk forever lighting that kind of it always kind of fiddles with your eyes a little bit. And you think maybe you see something move, but it's not convincing enough to wake everybody up. And your alarm spell's not gone off, so you're okay. And I mean, time goes on. At one point during your watch, you see, as you're staring at the trees, and it's kind of like that thing, where you just look at a lot of like an optical illusion kind of effect that happens to your eyes when you're looking at just the same thing in all directions. You just start seeing trunks wherever you go, like it's just trees on trees on trees. And you kind of rub your eyes for just a second to bat away that horrible feeling of just your eyes not functioning properly. And in that second, Nugget starts to wander away to one of the strawberry plants. What?
Get back.
Are you seeing these though?
You're not allowed to have any.
But they're so delicious.
Here's some sprouts. Here.
But
You don't know they're delicious. They could be poison and kill you.
Oh, but
Get back here. No.
Kind of comes back over to you grumpily.
No talking back in the Feywild.
It just like he like comes back and curls up next to you, but like facing away from you. And your watch ends, and you pass over to Haiku. Do you warn Haiku about Nugget's tendency to walk off towards the strawberries?
Yeah. But I go to sleep with like Nugget like around me, so I hope that I would wake up and be like, what the fuck? But
okay, sure. Haiku, during your rest, it seems that the goats have fallen asleep, ? They're acting like they're asleep. So, I mean, for you, that's fairly convincing. The strawberries look pretty delicious, but I mean, you're not tempted. You've had enough tomfoolery with plants for one day.
Yes.
But at one point during during your doing your rest, you do see some movement in the tree line. Could you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please, with disadvantage?
Of course, it's happening to Haiku, the one who didn't want to
Small
stay here.
yikes. Bigger yikes.
Okay.
I mean, I have flashes of inspiration, but I really don't think they're going to be useful here.
What I would like to do, if that's okay with everybody, is for the rest of our players to remove your headphones.
Oh no,
Oh,
one of these.
I'll wave at you.
Okay.
I'll wave at you when you can put them back on. Okay.
All right.
Maybe don't spoil yourself by looking in chat in case anyone replies in any way.
Okay, if anyone says anything, you can listen in chat and respond how you want to, but when we're told to come back, please spam the chat up, just in case if it ruins it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's so weird without the headphones on. It doesn't look right.
So there is a shadow that appears out of the tree line. It is a lady whose entire figure is bark. You can see that she has a purple visage, and she has flowers that are growing out of her skin that have their own kind of purple and pink blossoms. She watches you intently, and you kind of catch her eye, and she watches and sees the alarmed arrows that have been placed in the ground. And she takes a step out of the tree line towards them, and she goes, shh. And she blows a delicate kiss. In so doing, you are charmed. She says quietly, "You want to leave? Don't tell anyone you saw me. You will not be coming back to the groaning tree."
I've written down so. What was the last bit again?
She says, "You will not be coming back to the groaning tree." During which you recognize that you are, in fact, at the groaning tree, and it dawns on you that there's very likely that the trees surrounding you are all treants. They are alive.
And I don't get any opportunity to reply to this.
I mean, you can reply, but she's charmed you and told you to shush. So under the charm effect, you are magically charmed. You regard the creature as a trusted friend to be heeded and protected.
Okay.
They do not control you, but you take the Dryad's request or actions in the most favorable way possible.
Favorable to them, I assume.
Yes. Well, it is to suggest that you think of them as the most trusted ally you could possibly imagine.
Gotcha. And to follow it to the letter.
Yeah.
Or attempt to.
Yeah. I mean, within reason. If you're going to try and, bend the rules and bullshit your way out of this, I would encourage you to do so keep it RP.
I'm probably not going to try that, to be honest.
No, okay, that's fine with me.
Intentionally.
We're yeah. So she kind of hushes you, says a few quiet words, and she backs away back into the trees.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes.
We can wave to everybody. Everyone can come back.
Hello.
Okay, we've returned. I don't think there was anything in there, but let me just double check.
I was like purposely looking away just in case.
I'd turn my volume down as well.
Yes.
Okay. No, I think we're probably good. I don't think there was anything in there. Thank you very much, chat, for not spoiling anything.
Papaya.
I can't believe Nugget tried to
There's
seduce
always
her.
one. God.
Okay, so your
And succeed.
your watch probably comes to an end. Do you think, or
Yeah.
yeah? Okay.
At New Orleans.
Nerly wakes up, and at this point, you can see that the goats kind of wake with you, and they start to. You can see that the parent goat seems to be having some trouble sorting out the child because they're being, loud too early in the morning. They're kind of bleating loudly and kicking stuff over, but they're just playing. As you're kind of resting on the grass amongst your friends, you wake up from just a really satisfying, comfortable sleep, and you look up at the trees around you, and you feel a presence of just almost just this sense of resolve, determination, and just you feel like you're around some extremely old trees. And that is something that sits with you for a little while. You feel very kind of reverent of it, and respectful. But the rest of your watch kind of passes without any issue.
Oh, if I ask Haiku really quick, like, is there anything I need to watch out for? Typical.
No. I mean, the goats have been asleep until you got up, actually. Weirdly enough.
Oh, did they go to sleep the same time I did?
They were asleep when I woke up. Yeah.
That's fun.
Enjoy.
Okay, good night.
Night or morning, nearly.
Dawn.
Well, as Nerly's watch comes to an end, you all wake up feeling really well rested. Make sure to refill your spent hit die spell slots.
Oh yeah.
Has it been dawn now?
I
It's
forget.
always dawn now. It is the perpetual dawn.
So that means I have infinite ghostly forms. 'cause it's always dawn.
Trick to being in the Feywild, infinite ghostly forms. Is it that you get half of your max worth of hit dice that you spend, or the half of what you spend when you rest for a night?
It's half of your max.
Okay, I only spent 5, so that's perfect.
Okay. This particular song is taking a long time to continue, so we'll click that one again. There we go. All feeling good after your night?
I checked Nugget's face. Smell the strawberries.
There's no strawberry smell or any red around Nugget's mouth, but you can see that there's a bit of grumpiness.
That's how you know.
I assume I slept great.
Yeah, fantastic.
Everyone have a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, slept great.
Still not a fan of this place.
Well, we get to leave now, so
Yeah. I'm glad everything turned out for once.
Yeah, everything seems to have gone fine.
yeah, we were so worried about staying here.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
I mean, the goats are a little bit annoying, but
Yeah, it was a little bit.
couldn't actually reach us. So.
So if not the
Unsettling.
strawberries, what do you think their fruit is? Because I don't see any fruit on them. Although they do kind of look like a bush.
I don't know.
Maybe it's the wrong season.
Oh, yeah.
maybe. Maybe it's on the
Radishes.
tree. I look up at the tree to see if there's any fruit in the tree.
Roll me a nature check.
I check my child for cookie crumbs. Exactly.
15.
So with a 15 nature check, you are not familiar with the concept of like symbiosis, but you have a strong suspicion that the tree that this goat is attached to is benefiting from its presence because it does appear to be taller than the others. Much like Oro deduced that perhaps the plants around the goats are benefiting from its presence. But there are no fruit or anything being grown on the tree itself. It's a big old oak.
Oh, it doesn't look like there's any fruit up there. All right, let's just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe given how powerful the fruit are, it might only fruit like once in 1,000 years or something.
That's
Especially
true.
in the Feywild.
True.
Gosh, how would they even know when 1,000 years passed?
The fruit's here.
Stop making
Oh.
them seem more appealing.
Alright,
So it's like a banana. I'm kidding. Sorry, go ahead.
saying, alright, let's get going then, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Travel still.
Eastwards.
Which way are we also?
Eastwards.
East.
Eastwards. In the woods,
Eastwards.
East.
Eastwards.
Eastward woods.
Mm-hmm.
You sure we haven't passed it already?
Right.
What?
What? Past what?
I mean, surely there would be some indication that there was a court. Unless this is it.
Yeah, no, you're right. We'd have seen it.
Unless there is kind of a presence about these trees. I can almost like feel how determined they are.
So, we're going to Clout, right? At the tree place.
No.
Or we
Clout
got
is the
mouse
one
tree.
with the portal.
Crook.
Oh,
Crook.
Oh,
Crook.
no. Yeah. Crook.
2 5-letter words.
because that one has 2 days, right?
So the court of Maelstrom was 2 days away. The Treant Crook in Groaning Tree was
I just
1 day
wrote this down
away.
completely wrong.
Actually, I had a bit of a walk around last night and saw something that we'd sort of passed it slightly off the course.
What do you mean you had to walk around last night?
Well, but it's difficult to just sit there for ages by yourself. No, you're fine. You've got Nugget.
Wouldn't your alarm have gone off?
Yeah, how far did you go out?
When you set the alarm, you can say who can enter.
Oh,
without
I
setting
would
off.
I would have made it so that nobody. I mean, I guess this doesn't matter now, but it's already time passed. But because I knew that people were talking about the strawberries, I would have said it would have alerted regardless of who left
Oh,
or
okay.
entered.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I will default to assuming that you will allow your party members to leave without setting off the alarm.
That makes sense, because like, what
Unless
if
you
we
say
need to go to the
otherwise.
bathroom?
Yeah. Just for. That's where my brain sits.
That's fine.
I went for a quick walk back where we'd already been and went off the path a bit.
Wait,
Just
so
like
you left us?
quite a large tree.
Wait, you left us?
I left the turret on guard.
That's not.
Like,
Wait,
don't
am I
know,
the only one who doesn't wander off during?
I'm
I'm not the only
No,
one
I
who
don't go
actually sits here
anywhere.
and watch, right?
Yeah, no, you're supposed to
I
sit
don't-
down and watch.
Yeah, just checking out the area. I was already feel pretty uncomfortable with being here anyway.
Okay, well,
maybe just don't do it again, just in case. Because
Yeah,
if
let's-
something bad happens and you're far away, we won't know.
Yeah, okay. You did wander off earlier, to be fair.
Wait,
The-
not when
the
I was
frog.
taking watch.
yeah,
Everybody
nobody was
awake.
awake.
Yeah, still.
And I didn't
even
go
then-
far. I don't know how the
even then,
forest put me on the
nobody was
other
really
side
lost.
of the river.
Wait, so what did you find? Sorry.
So there's like effectively like a wall of big trees around it, but like not like they're like densely packed together, but like they're actually being grown perfectly next to each other. I mean, I didn't walk up to it obviously because I'm not that stupid, but looked sort of like it was protecting something because obviously looked purposely built.
And you said we passed it and just didn't see it?
Yeah, it must have blended in potentially. I mean, if we...
Oh,
Well, maybe we could check it out. Like,
yeah. Okay.
yeah.
it might be interesting.
Yes.
I mean, I found my way there and back, and it didn't shuffle around like what happened with Neurally. So hopefully that doesn't happen again.
That's good.
Yeah. Be careful in the Feywild, Haiku.
Also, be careful with us.
I'm impulsive.
That's me.
Can't believe you just left us.
Emotions are heightened. I'm even more impulsive.
And Oro's even more on mom mode.
Randall is even more curious.
It counterbalances it.
Yeah. Okay, let's go and look at the tree wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You leave and you follow Haiku back onto the path you already treading the day before. Do you want to describe where you go, Haiku?
So we go back to where we came, something about westish.
Sure.
Not quite to where tentacle thing was.
Right.
And then we trying to orientate myself here. Then we'll turn east, probably just before the tentacles. You have to go east a little bit. No, not east. No,
Not
no,
east.
No. I've got my
Right. North.
Yeah. Left.
Left.
Right.
South.
Yeah.
South.
South. That's the
right
one.
in
South. The turn
Sure.
east and just
Uh-huh.
go back to where we started.
Mhm.
No, go south and just keep
Son.
walking till we get to the tree wall.
This is a long way, Haiku.
Wasn't that
Like-
long?
How long has it been? How long have we been walking for?
But like, if we walked all the way back to the tentacle thing, like that was.
It was just around here. Like it wasn't that far last night.
Oh, it moved.
I mean, Haiku has not successfully led you to where they are describing.
But when they said it wasn't this far last night. Oh, so she's saying so it moved, like because they thought we should already be there, or that it wasn't that far.
I mean, I still only saw it in the distance. I never walked right up to it, but it should have been here by now.
Oh.
Do you usually go walking away when you're on watch?
Occasionally.
Can we have a party discussion around
We need to talk about this.
that?
I don't really think it has to be a discussion. Just maybe don't.
Yeah, that's the end of the discussion, I think.
I mean, you haven't seen all the times I've done it, to be fair. And
Yeah,
it
now
hasn't been
we're
an
deeply
issue yet.
concerned about it.
It doesn't have to be a discussion. Just maybe don't.
Because I'm sure that you can take care of yourself well enough, but if the three of us are sleeping and you've gone off far enough away that you can't tell if something's happening to us, then we wake up perhaps in danger and won't know because you're not there to tell us, which is the point of doing watches. So
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You had an alarm spell. It was fine.
Yeah.
unless something comes up from under the ground,
Right
like a
up the tree
tentacle that
line
puts
or
parasites in you.
from the sky.
To be fair, if I was on watch, how would I know something was coming from the ground?
Because it happened.
Oh dear, Oh dear.
You don't know all the times I did steal and didn't get caught, so why am I getting in trouble for this one time I did get caught?
That's libertarian logic right there. Sorry.
Part
I
of
didn't want
Haiku's
to.
plan.
I wanted to just keep on going, and you lot wanted to stay. I wanted to have a look around. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
I mean, you had a look around back where we'd been, which almost doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter, okay?
but can we just like it's not here, right? So can
Yeah.
we just get on? Oh,
It's okay if there was a misunderstanding. You just know now, right?
No. I get
Yeah.
entirely what you mean.
Yeah.
I do.
Sounds extra frustrating now.
Especially
But
because there's like maybe a whole enclave of people hunting me who maybe want to kill me. So it'd be really nice not to wake up dead wherever you wake up when you die.
True.
Anyway, yeah, we can keep going now.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it won't happen again.
Okay.
I'll be over several times it has.
Okay, well, unfortunately, you are unable to find the place that Haiku has described to you, and we'll have to leave our session there today. We'll figure out what's going on next time. Next week? Question mark? Question mark?
Question mark?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Should
there's
be.
my phone.
6th
I
of
think so.
March.
Sounds
Yeah.
fine. Doesn't sound like a
Sounds
date.
good.
Nothing
Sound
ever
like a date
happened
in
on
my
the
brain.
6th.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a wrap. That's our game for today.
This feels like a situation that Haiku may have been put in from Tom, and now we're all like, what the fuck, Haiku? We don't trust you at all anymore.
They're just curious. It's just they press buttons. They drink fucking potions.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
alright.
we don't
That's
trust Haiku
fine.
anymore.
Not on watch.
Not-
Yeah, we'll have 3 watches each night.
Yeah.
Not just trust in like a malicious way, more like, okay, the curiosity might get to them, and so
Yeah.
we can't.
That's right.
guarantee
Their
curiosity won't get-
impulsivity is heightened by being in the
Role playing's
Feywild.
kind of weird. I don't know.
Curiosity killed the turtle.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now we find out that the curiosity of Haiku is what got your previous party killed.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
know,
god.
Haiku was on watch.
That was cowardness last time.
Right.
dear.
Okay. GG's, everybody. I don't know if Jenny's got any plans to raid or anything like that, but I'm only mentioning that because sometimes she forgets and then she's annoyed at herself for not doing it.
No, we'll just end. Don't worry about it.
Just ending it today. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No worries. GG's,
Right.
everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. Once again, if you fancy commissioning Jenny, buying some of her
Oh.
stickers, go into her stuff. Do that. Wait, do you want to put on stream the cool artwork you did for the panel?
Yeah.
Obviously in the panel below, but for the VOD and for people who aren't
Where is
looking
it?
at panels right now.
There we go. I did a little doodle of Housebound Adventuring as like a little Polaroid
Oh,
picture.
It's so cute.
Excellent. Really good.
Isn't it cute?
That's in the panels now.
Isn't it
but-
cute?
I love it.
Oh, that's so
Ex-
sweet.
Hmm.
I like the
Thanks.
hand on top of the nugget, and I like the little ears behind Oro, and I like that you can see that Neroli is obviously also eating sprouts.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It's so cute.
Is that a mystery potion as well on Haiku's backpack with the question mark?
Yeah.
Yes.
Love it. So you could get your own cool stuff done by Jenny. Just give her money so she can eat.
What a sweet deal.
Good deal. You get
Cool,
stuff,
yeah.
she gets to eat.
I get snacks. Yeah.
There we go.
Yay.
Okay. Alrighty. GG's, everyone.
It's just GG's. See you next week.
Good times.
GG's.
Probably.
GG.
Nothing bad can happen.
No,
Okay.
no.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Bye.
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 Bye.